I know. So speaking of pussies, former NFL wide receiver Antonio Brown
Facts.
may have found his new calling. The 34-year-old has apparently auditioned for the lead clown role at Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. The former player in NFL fortunately left much to be desired on the field, primarily serving on the practice squad of multiple NFL teams, never really kind of made a name for himself. But he finally got his shot during a 2021 season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Nearing the end of the season, a young Brown finally got his shot to play in a real NFL game against the abysmal New York Jets. In a game that didn't matter, the New York Jets coaching staff decided to treat the moment like a scene from the movie Rudy and sent the practice squad player into the game. Unfortunately, Brown had something different in mind. The Ringling Brothers Circus was across the pond in Lower Manhattan, holding the aforementioned auditions, and Antonio Brown can think of no better way to get their attention. Instead of playing in the game, Brown decided to begin stripping off his uniform in the middle of the field before marching off with his hands raised high. Young Tony Brown's dream had come true. He would be a professional circus performer. Good job, Tony.
That was horrible. That was awesome at the same time.
That was a last. I literally. That's why I wasn't on here. I literally typed that up before we got on.
If when this man dies or somebody kills him, they need to look at his brain.
Yes.
And give that to Roger Goodell so they can say, hey, this is what severe concussions can do to you.
Exactly. And I'm going to bring up one person's name, not even in football. And when I bring this name up, somebody better go get this guy because it could happen to him. Chris Benoit. How many concussions led him to kirking the fuck out, losing his goddamn mind, and then killed his fucking wife and kids? Same thing could happen to this. I mean, same thing could happen to another, quarterback. But
this is my new logo right here. I'm gonna put this as my
you
desktop
won't.
wallpaper.
But like concussions are not like something to downplay. Like they're serious, and I mean, I think he had previous mental health issues.
But
honestly,
did he
but
because the whole time
Or is he just a spoiled little fucking
No,
child
because the
rat?
whole time with Pittsburgh,
yeah,
before
in
that
Pittsburgh,
injury,
you're right.
Before that injury, nothing was coming of this man.
Yeah,
He
That's
had some
true. That is
attitude
true.
problems here and there.
He
But what
was kinda
athlete
quiet.
doesn't,
But Pittsburgh is also really good at keeping players
Now,
from
if he
creating
was doing-
issues, other than
If he was
Rapisberger.
do-
But
if he was doing this stuff, even to an extent of being wild like that, it would have came out.
well, no, that's what I'm saying. Pittsburgh's their front office and their like head people are really good at making sure players don't get into trouble, don't say shit they're not supposed to, other than the Rapisberger thing. But if you're white and successful, that shit gets thrown under the rug. But anyway, maybe it came after the injury, or just after he left Pittsburgh. Hey, now I can do what the fuck I want.
If I was Tom Brady, I would Aaron Hernandez this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yep,
So as,
right there.
as we know, the former teammate of quarterback Tom Brady felt the need to troll the legend by posting a picture of he and Brady's wife Giselle hugging after the team Super Bowl win a couple of years ago. He simply captioned the picture, "Put that shit on," which is apparently a reference to a rap song of his. Appears to be a useless
Don't listen
attempt
to
to
it.
make himself relevant. This all shortly after he exposed himself to guests while swimming in a pool at a hotel in Dubai earlier this year.
People, don't listen to his rap. You will get a concussion just from listening. I promise you.
You know what? I fucking love the Shannon Sharp fucking video of all this. That man went the fuck off on this.
I
dude.
didn't see it, but I heard that Shannon Sharp went off.
Spit was flying out this man's mouth, saying that if somebody, a good friend or somebody, needs to sit this man fucking down and smack him around because he said this post right here just ended his NFL career completely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
He said
And I
that's
love it.
stupid. Like that motherfucker could have possibly got a fucking call if injuries keep happening later in the season. Could have
'Cause it
possibly
was-
got a call.
It was pissing me off that teams kept signing him in the first place because he was on the Raiders and then the Buccaneers. I was waiting for the Cowboys because that was the next team.
They
And
won't. Cowboys wouldn't.
I'm
put up
actually
with that
kind
shit.
of glad this happened because you're right. I think his NFL career is officially over now.
His-
He has been Kaepernicked.
Yeah, his last step would have been Jets. Jets are stupid enough to pull something like that. But yeah.
This
Yeah,
is-
but he did that whole undressing thing on their field too.
Oh yeah, that's
Maybe
true.
they
That's
could
true.
use it maybe they could use that to kind of bring in revenue.
I have a feeling that this man's gonna disappear sometime very, very soon. And
No,
I mean not
guarantee
just
you
like
he'll be in
somebody's.
jail.
Well, I'm not saying like he'll be in jail or like disappear from like social media. I'm saying like disappear and nobody will be able to find him again. Somebody's
I
gonna
think
fuck
he's-
this dude up. I'm telling you. They're
Nah,
fucking
I
with the
think-
wrong guy.
Nah, I don't think that. I think he's going to Henry Ruggs it, and
I mean, he could, but
he'll be in jail for something, and he'll do some time, and
there's too many
he'll
people
become
that.
irrelevant. But the problem is, we just have more and more like these. We're paying dudes like this.
Yes.
Like, this is my frustration. Is
Divas.
like Tim said, like obviously something like he probably always hasn't been right, and like you said, like Pittsburgh probably did a good job of covering it, because like the same thing with Le'Veon Bell, like you just don't go from a quiet top
Yeah, they
running
were
back, like,
quiet. That
and
was
then all
crazy.
of a sudden, like during contract negotiations or this, like now you're a dick. Like, you know, I don't know, it's weird.
Speaking of Le'Veon Bell, did you happen to see his recent fight?
Yeah, that man can fight, by the way.
He,
he
apparently,
can box.
Adrian Peterson is hurting for
Oh,
money.
that wasn't recent though. That's been a little bit,
Like how long?
Really?
I just heard about it
a
like
month or so.
Well, yeah, okay,
longer.
but still, we never talked about it. But apparently, Adrian Peterson blew all of his money and went broke, so he did a fight with Le'Veon Bell, and Bell
Really?
knocked him the fuck out. Like
Oh,
he
shit.
fucked him up.
But to
Yeah,
What, like,
AP can't fight.
Broke? AP's broke?
Yeah, apparently he like blew all of his money and then did that fight to
he
get some
he
money.
did a whole year without pay, also for the whole whipping his sons on me.
Well, yeah,
And then he after
Oh,
that he
yeah,
never
I
made, well,
forgot
after that
about
he
that.
never got big money after that. So
yeah. So, but he can't fight
Back-
either. So there's
back
that.
to AB though.
Yeah, back to AB. Sorry,
Shot
I,
beater.
So you think you think he fucked Tom Brady's wife? Because
I was
then
getting ready to ask you that.
I think Tom, like, he stayed in Tom Brady's house.
Yeah, apparently they put. I don't know if it was just he hadn't when he first came to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, something like
He
that. Like he
hadn't-
put him in.
do you think
It's not that-
Giselle is ballsy enough to do something like that with her husband being Tom Brady? Because let's be honest, like Tom Brady's
Doesn't
more
matter,
well
she's a
known
famous
than
model.
her.
Yeah,
She's a famous model.
He can leave
and
her.
if they divorce,
She'll probably get half,
she's still getting half what he has. So,
and
I
probably
mean,
the kids.
I was gonna say
but-
who's taking the L? It's gonna be Tom
but-
Brady. That's why the motherfucker looks like a skeleton.
He has more money than he knows what to do with, so there's that. He's still gonna be good. He can get another wife like fucking that. You know what I mean?
Well, he also pays child support. I didn't know that Tom Brady had a kid before Giselle.
I didn't know
Oh
that
really?
either.
I did not
Yeah,
know
they've
either.
only. I didn't know they've only been together since 2009.
2009. Yeah.
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 Tom Brady has a 15-year-old or something with another. With
I
his
wonder if
ex-girlfriend.
Giselle makes out with her kids too.
I don't know. That's fucking weird though. But I mean,
I think she fucked him.
what do you think? What do you think? Do you think Brady will ever talk about it? Whoever say something
No,
about
the
it?
articles I read, he said he's not going to discuss his personal life, so he's ignoring this whole thing.
Well,
That's probably why he came back.
Remember
Another year.
how when he didn't go to training camp, he had to step away for undisclosed reasons. Everybody was assuming it was the Max Singer, right? Like everybody's like,
Okay.
"Oh, he was filming the Max Singer," but
he
Antonio
didn't.
Brown put in his little tweet also like a little like quote like, "Yeah, why did you have to step away for unknown reasons or something?" Kind of put him and his marital stat like issues on blast.
So
And
it
that's when
wasn't
you
for
read
Matt Singer.
Nobody knows. 'Cause Tom
Oh.
Brady's not talking about the marital issues. But then when it's been confirmed that when Tampa Bay had to evacuate to Miami when they thought Tampa
They
Bay was
stayed
going to
in
get a hit
separate
worse, they stayed in separate rooms. Or they got
Yeah,
separate
that's
rooms
what I,
together.
that's what I
So
heard.
if you're not getting along but you're planning to stay married, you sleep together.
Yes, you do. I
If
mean,
if you were divorcing or you're like this isn't going to work, like you sleep separate, but
So-
you still go because it's like
they're still acting married for public and social reasons. But
I think it was the whole hurricane. Like, if it wasn't for the hurricane and Tampa Bay is offering to fly you, your family, your animals, all down together.
yeah. But what I'm
That's
saying
probably
is
why
like
she went, but-
they're doing separate rooms because like they're having marital problems, but they're staying married because, like,
I don't
maybe
think
social reasons or.
Well, I
Yeah,
think they're
just
waiting.
having-
Well, I
just
think
having
she's
a
waiting
divorce
until
on it.
after the season because
Maybe.
if Tom Brady goes and wins another Super Bowl, that's more money, and you divorce him, then you're getting more money now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
She's,
I mean,
she's
he'd
a
be-
business person herself.
If
She
it's
ain't
gonna
dumb.
Yeah.
if it's gonna happen, he'd be smart to fucking divorce her now.
Yeah, and I
I
don't
don't think he wants to though.
Yeah, he probably doesn't. And I
Probably
don't
not.
think she's dumb enough to. If she did fuck Antonio Brown, I don't think she's in a relationship with him. It was
No.
No, I
When
don't. I don't think she
they-
actually fucked him. Like when you look Tom Brady, Antonio Brown. It's like, all right, go fuck Mike Evans or go fuck a better looking black guy. What? Don't
True.
fuck.
Or somebody that's
Uh,
not crazy.
Well, Antonio Brown looks like a turd that your toddler would play with and try to morph into something before you catch it. They shit their pants and they started playing with their turd. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Dude,
Like,
this
it
could
almost looks
turn.
like the brown Play-Doh that you put like little hair pieces on and you smush their face up a little. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
He
But
looks like
this
that
whole
turd
thing,
off South Park, Mr. Hanky.
this whole thing could turn out like a Johnny Depp Amber Heard type situation. Because think about it, if it comes out that she did fuck him, relationship or not, she's the one that's gonna look dumb as fuck in the end.
But it doesn't
he'll be
matter
good
because you
because-
can't prove. You know what?
What I'm
hardest
saying is though,
thing-
if she comes out and says, like, yeah, she fucked him, or you know,
He would never say it, though.
But if it comes out and it turns out to be true, either way, if they end up in a relationship or not, she looks like the dumb one because now you're fucking a crazy motherfucker, or you dated a crazy motherfucker. Meanwhile, Tom's still fucking out here slinging balls, and he'll probably join Zach
balls?
Wilson. He'll probably join Zach Wilson and sling moms too.
Well, can we say like that he slung a one game? You know, like let's take it back a notch.
He's still 45 years old
he's
winning
looked like
games.
Joe Flacco out there the rest of the season. Okay,
He's still 45 years old winning games.
Looks like he's dying.
What games has he won? Because the defense has won games.
Okay, but still, if they make it to the playoffs, I think you'll see a different side of Brady. A more
Yeah,
against
fucking
Kansas
more
City,
depressed,
Jesus
eating
Christ.
Ben and Jerry's fucking ice cream and crying that he can't make it out with his fucking son anymore.
no shit.
Well,
That is
it's
weird.
it's weird because it was like he was kind of like a weird man's Benjamin Button. Because over
Yeah.
the years, I mean, look from when he first came to the NFL, he was a fugly looking motherfucker.
Yeah,
To where the last couple years, like, is he like getting younger? And then you see him this year. I mean, he looks fucking crazy. He looks like he's like dying.
I think he's getting
Yeah.
work done.
well, that and if he just puts
Oh,
on
that's
like
so stupid.
10 pounds, then he probably looks the same as what he did. It's just you're not used to seeing a 45-year-old guy who's like in pretty good fucking shape, you know,
Mhm.
and kind of makes him look sick. But
Yeah, true. So
More of the story.
speaking-
Fuck you, Antonio Brown.
facts, suck a big fat dick.
So, speaking of being young, someone who unfortunately passed somewhat young, rapper Coolio passed at the age of 59 on September 28th. He died in Los Angeles at the home of a friend. The Grammy Award artist died of a heart attack, and he now resides in his own gangster's paradise. Before moving on, though, the rapped icon left his fans a message.
We're going
That
to fucking
motherfucker.
hell.
That
Love you,
motherfucker
Coolio.
waited for fucking Thursday night football.
Yes, he
and
did.
let the fucking world know that he's still fucking back, baby. He used to his lifeless body to fucking let them know that Gangster's Paradise is fucking waiting for him.
So, wait a minute. It looked like he was throwing up the sea. Is he? You think Coolio's Crip?
Nah, he had
Yeah, he was-
crossing that one.
He was from Compton.
No. Oh, no, not the other hand.
Yo,
not
hey,
that
take
hand.
this
The
picture of
other
me 'cause
hand.
That thumb fucks me up, bro.
The other hand. It looks like the other hand looks like a C. But my man Coolio coming out, man. Glad to see it. I'm glad to see it.
Yeah, I mean, sorry to it for him using your body like that, but
That's
Definitely.
we were all watching that together. And I just remember seeing that. I was like, "Yo, Coolio, my man came back."
he had to give everybody one last fucking hoorah.
Yeah. Fuck
What
you,
better
too.
way to do it? Tua.
Yeah, you were irrelevant till this night anyway. Now you're relevant. So
Exactly.
you should thank him.
Oh, speaking of Tua, so I guess I was right. Darn, he's not playing Sunday.
Well, I mean,
Or he didn't play this.
You
Or
do-
no, he's not
you
playing
do-
this Sunday.
Yeah, you do understand why he's not though.
Why is that?
The NFL's still investigating it. That's why he's not
The
playing.
NFL was still investigating it this past Sunday, and he still
No,
or
now it's
last
because
weekend he
there's an
still
actual
played.
investigation. Like
Yeah.
now it's like
The
not
investigation
one of
is
those
being
half-assed
investigated.
ones. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He would be playing right now.
I'm surprised.
Tua's already said I'm good.
I'm honestly, well, yeah, he said he was good last week. It was just a back issue.
But that's what I'm
No,
saying.
it was concussion.
And that's why he's not playing this week is because they don't want him to go get a third concussion while they're trying to investigate the other two.
I'm honestly surprised though that the NFL and the Players Association are coming together and putting out statements. Like I'm surprised the Players Association, like the union, isn't like going fucking nuts over this shit. But
Yeah, they're not going to because they understand that this could almost end football as we know it.
you know what they remind me of though? What they're doing? DJS. They wait till something happens and then they kind of rewrite the policy because now
Because
it's
you have
anytime that the players
12.
12. Why?
I'm just saying.
you are
Anyway,
fucking dumb motherfucker.
yeah, now they're changing it so that anytime a player shows, any type of motor instability, whether it's from a head injury or not, they're out of the game. Period. Not going to be
so
checked,
this-
but they're out.
This is one. They technically didn't do that with Cameron Brate Monday night. Monday night
Why?
he went out with a head.
Was it head?
Yeah, he
I
came
didn't see
back
that
in
one.
and then he got taken out in the third quarter because he started declining. So like they still waited almost a quarter and a half to bring him back, like take
Yeah.
him officially out.
I don't remember
Which,
that.
I mean,
I don't remember that
Yeah.
hit on him. They didn't show it.
I
as
don't
much.
remember the hit either, but I just remember when he left in the third, they said it was due to concussion protocol. I don't remember him getting hit in the third, and that's when it came out today that it was from the hit he took in the first half.
So then that should be investigated too, because
Well, they said when he started declining, he made a comment like something like, "Man, these fucking lights are fucking with me" or something. That's when they're like,
okay.
"Hey, you're going now, bud."
yeah,
But see, here's the thing, and I'm all, if anybody knows me, I'm all about player safety. But at the same time, we start going down a certain rabbit hole. As soon as a player gets any type of injury, we're going to pull him from a game, which, I mean, may not necessarily be the worst thing, but I mean, you could really impact the outcome of games and whatnot simply because people are going out because they tripped and fell and maybe hit their head or something the wrong way. I don't. Where does it stop?
I
it
just
doesn't. It's all about entertainment, not
I
safety.
think it's bullshit. The union only gives a fuck, and the NFL only gives a fuck because let's look at it. The whole Brett Favre shit came out that like the concussion stuff he was like going through, like, hey, this stuff worked, and now it's like, yo, was that part of like the scam too? And then you have the Tua shit, all this other stuff coming out. I mean, 2 years back when this happened with Brady, and he was next game he was good. Now the NFL and the players union are realizing, hey, our business is about to be in shambles over this.
Yep.
Let's come together so we can save football instead of going to flag football all year round. Like, look what they're doing for the Pro Bowl. That's what I'm saying. The Pro Bowl is now
Basketball
mini games, which the mini games are cool.
and a flag football game.
Like NBA does that shit, but you're doing a fucking flag football game.
Yeah,
I'm good.
that's stupid.
I'm good.
Just stick with the mini games.
I wish
Also,
they would
like,
do a
I mean,
celebrity game.
who watches the fucking Pro Bowl anyway?
I don't. I skip it every time.
So who knows? Maybe the flag
The
football thing's
baseball All-Star game is more fucking entertaining than the Pro
You
Bowl.
have more of a chance to get hurt though in flag football than you do,
Yep.
because one, are they? I mean, I'm gonna assume they're probably gonna wear helmets, but
And that's it. Probably no pads.
But that's
Maybe
what I'm
shoulder
saying, like,
pads.
like maybe, but like still, it's like, yo, you're not protected. You're not gonna go out
No.
there and play 110%. So now you're more likely to tear something. Just don't do a fucking Pro Bowl then. Just
Yeah.
invite the best of the best to mini games. Have like a big like fucking roast battle. And I don't know. Do something. Do a celebrity game. Like, if anything, they should be like, hey, we're gonna do a 7-on-7 Pro Bowl game, and then we're gonna take celebrity. How they do the celebrity softball shit now for baseball.
Yeah.
Do
Or
something
remember,
The
remember,
NBA did that, didn't they?
McDermott, you might have been too young. But Danny, remember back in the 90s, I want to say it was on VH1 or MTV, where they did like a celebrity basketball game.
Yeah, I do
There
remember
was some real
that.
players, and then they'd have the rim that was all the way like 30 feet up in the air that was
Yeah.
worth like 20 points.
Yeah.
That was cool to watch. You could do something like that with like the Pro Bowl, like have celebrities and like old NFL like retired legends out there kind of playing, but then there's like weird bonuses on the field or something like
Yeah,
that.
have celebrities
That would
try
be
and
fun
kick
to watch.
fucking different field goals and shit.
Yeah,
Have Kevin
that would
Hart
be
out
cool to
there.
watch.
That would
There
be
you
awesome.
go.
I would,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That would be fucking awesome.
yeah, you bring someone like Kevin Hart or
Hey.
Dwayne Johnson.
NFL. We got you. What, McDermott? Go ahead and give your plug.
All business inquiries go to beardedbeefy@gmail.com. Please, Roger Goodell, if you're watching this, send
Or-
that on over.
brotherschatter@gmail.com.
Yeah, but that's his thing. He'll transfer.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
over.
say, hey,
No.
I can't.
We can all take the lead on this, but it's going to my Gmail. I'm the business
Okay.
inquiry.
All right, well, I can't play, so you two can play though. Like I got bum knees.
I'm not
Unless I
playing
get it.
shit, but we're going to set it up for
No,
them.
not.
We're
We're gonna
playing
set it
shit.
up. We're giving them the
Bro.
idea.
We're
No,
all
fuck
out
that.
of
I want to
shape.
watch
on
you
it,
two.
bro.
I want to watch you two fucking.
I'm not doing shit. I'm.
Yeah.
We got this, bro.
You saw me run 40 yards and pull my hammy at fucking 10. So I'm not doing shit no more.
Hey, real quick. I don't know like how much you guys used to watch wrestling or whatever. If you know who this guy is, you guys know who Chris Nowinski is?
Nope.
Okay, he was a wrestler back in like early to mid 2000s. I mean, he wasn't like all that good or anything, but his career got cut short from concussions, and now he's like with, I forget what organization he's with, but he's
Only on this guy.
he's a huge pusher for safety of professional athletes and stuff, and he actually put out a video on, well, I saw it on TikTok, but it was a video addressing the NFL himself and like basically going the fuck off on them and telling them they need to do better, this and that. But and it's not just him, it's other people too. They're going after the NFL, telling them, as far as like the young kids, stop recruiting the young kids too. Like stop trying to cater your advertisements and stuff to the young kids so that they can go on to a career in the NFL and then lose their fucking mind later in life. That, you know, our future doesn't need that stuff. And I don't agree with that, but if he's attacking it and he's like part of like some organization, like he's very well known for the
Sounds like a
concussion and
bitch.
stuff. I mean, yeah, he is, but what I'm saying is it's not just him. So think about it in 15,
voice.
20, huh?
He has a better voice because
Yeah, like-
I don't know who he is.
15, 20 years from now, when these kids are grown up, it could be flag football by then.
It could be.
My thing is
and
this is everybody's jumping on the NFL, but you know what? Where's the blame to Tua? Tua knew he wasn't ready, and you, no matter what they do, they cannot force you to play.
The fact that he lied also and said
That's
it was
what I'm
his
saying.
back.
Tua, but you so that's the problem though, is at that age, Tua's a young guy. At that age, you have coaches. The problem starts when you're younger. The problem starts is you're playing like if you're hurt, you're a pussy. Like you're
That
playing.
mindset- that
You know how many
mindset.
times I played through fucking concussions, bro?
Yeah.
And you're not
where we
thinking
all
at the
have.
time on the field, like, bro, I probably had 8 or 9 in my life.
But that's how you're
At
taught.
least that I know of. At least that I can count that I know of 7.
That's
I
how you're
remember
taught as a
playing
young
football.
age.
I remember playing football and literally going from one, when I played Pee Wee, B team versus A team, I remember going up against our A team who was dominant and getting the literal snot hit out of me. I guarantee I suffered concussions because I just got hit and knocked on my head.
Oh, absolutely. But that's what you're taught whenever you're young, especially back when we were young. You power through that shit. You work through it. I mean, now,
You cry it off a little bit. Coach tells you to, come
Yeah.
on, you got this. Get back
and
in
to
there
a
and-
certain extent, I agree. Like, if it's a head injury, like, I say we need more awareness. But, like, if, like, you get your, like, fucking, like, shoulder or arm hurt or something like that, like, and it's not broken or something's not torn, like, I mean, you can't treat everyone like a pussy. You have to get some kind of toughness in these kids, or teenagers or whatever. Where else are they going to learn the toughness from? You know what I mean? And it takes a certain kind of toughness to take a fucking tackle like that.
This is where I'm at. Is at this point in time, like, should he have played? No. Were the Miami at fault? Yes. Was Tua at fault? Yes. Is Roger Goodell at fault? Not really. He wasn't at the game. He doesn't have that say. The NFL doesn't have that say. Miami and Tua both fucked up equally.
I doubt he was on the phone. Like, no,
my
keep
problem
him in
is it's the same people who bitch about, man, for this football shit is getting pussified, and now we're doing all the, and there's those same people that are saying that are now like, oh my god, they need to do something about it. Why?
Yeah.
It's fucking sports, man.
Yep.
You know what? To me,
dangerous sport.
you don't have as many of those injuries that you had fucking 20, 30 years in your guy's childhood. You don't have where you're watching TV and next thing you know, you're like, oh my god, that guy's leg is backwards. I remember as a kid watching college and NFL, seeing some of those good dudes' legs. Yep. You don't have that many injuries like that anymore.
No.
Yeah, you got guys that kind of get loopy and go out, but outside of that, you don't. And to me, it's like, you know what? Muhammad Ali took punches like a motherfucker day in and day out, and they don't give a fuck about concussions.
No.
Yeah.
You're signing up for that. I think when the NFL started pulling back and they started doing more safety hits and all that, concussions have gotten worse. You haven't slowed them down. I want to see the number that says they've gotten better, because they haven't. It's every week somebody goes out with concussions. Every week out of the what?
17.
No, how many games? There's 32 teams, and usually, 15 games a weekend, like every other Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, Sunday, Monday. Okay. I guarantee you 4 or 5 of those games is concussions, right? What is the difference? Nothing. Let them fucking hit each other. You know what? If you don't want to go pull an AB or a junior Seau or whatever, don't play.
Yeah, I mean,
this is what we're paying you millions to do. Why is it cool for the UFC to beat their heads in and do all that, and you don't see them motherfuckers getting concussed? No. I mean, I'm sure they probably have them, but you don't see nobody. But now the NFL is like, we don't want concussions. I don't give a fuck. Those guys in the UFC are doing way more to their head and body than you are in the NFL.
I mean, yeah, they're getting knocked out.
Why are you getting so many concussions? Now it's the helmets. To me, it's the helmet that is causing something.
I mean, also think about it, like when you're doing a UFC fight, how much time do you have in between? Like, all right, if you get a concussion and you get treated the right way for it and try to heal your brain the right way, I mean, there's how much time in between your fights.
Yeah,
whereas
if you get a
guys
A-Bing it or junior Seauing it, or
but also they don't have repeated blows to the head because they do. Timeout. That's not what I'm saying.
When they're not fighting, they still spar.
Right, they still spar.
Spars. And that's still full contact. They still fight.
Okay, but
week in and week out.
How much time do they have in between their fights to, if they do get a concussion?
None.
So you're telling me if they get a concussion,
that's the thing.
Then you're
only talking about the main event. Like you're only talking about when they get that.
I'm saying, bro, if they get a concussion.
Listen. You always
don't fucking yell at me. No, you interrupted me. I was the one fucking talking.
Because you sound fucking dumb.
Fuck you, whore.
McDermott, I will say you did interrupt him this time.
Thank you.
Because I was the one fucking talking.
No, because I'm trying to ask you a question and you're interrupting me, answering the wrong fucking thing.
Your question was prolonged, bro.
No, you're answering the wrong fucking thing.
Your question was never ending.
They have a fight. He gets a concussion. Are they going and sparring the next day?
Nobody spars the next day. You're not playing an NFL game the next day or practicing the next day.
Right, but
so that doesn't make sense. Next,
but all right, never mind then.
No,
you're not getting.
I know what you're saying, but just because you only fight once every 6 months, you get that concussion. Later that week, you're going back out and getting ready for your next fight already. The same as those guys going to practice.
Right.
Nothing is different.
I mean, at the end of the day,
on TV weekend.
It's different rules. UFC doesn't put that in place. NFL does. So it's the NFL we're talking about, not UFC. You know what I mean?
But my thing is, why are these guys? Because they might not come out and say it, but it's like you never hear when Conor McGregor got his ass beat. Hey, Conor McGregor has a concussion or this. It's week in and week out. You're making all these safety rules for the NFL, and you're not stopping concussions. So
Right.
what's the problem?
But you also know what you're signing up for. Like, I understand when you play in the NFL, you know what you're signing up for. Like, you have the chance of getting hurt or your head fucked up. But I think the NFL is going the extra step in trying to protect players, whereas UFC, people watch UFC to get people fucked up.
But is the protection causing more damage? Because they say when you're drunk in a car wreck, you're less likely to be hurt at all, right?
Because you're not going
When
sick.
you're taking precautions, you're more likely to be hurt. So is it going to be the same for that? Is if you're just out there like a fucking rag doll on football, you know, hey, Ed Reed, back in Ed Reed said, hey, motherfucker, fly around and just kill a motherfucker, you know? Hey, Von Miller, there's no more high-low hits on a quarterback, fucking tear him up. I'm wondering if the quarterback's expecting that, but, like, everything's, like, just so fucking free-flowing. Now it's, like, the quarterback, like, all right, say him and Pat Mahomes. He's going after Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes now is not expecting to be hit anytime after he releases that football. He gets hit, now he's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but now if Pat Mahomes is going out there with a mindset, God damn, it's about to be a free-for-all out here. Now he's just fucking free-for-all in it. Like, his body's just flying around, you know? These guys still coming to the NFL today are still, you got to think, back in Pee Wee football at 5 years old when they're putting these fucking pads on, they have been taught how to hit, how to do all this stuff before the NFL started taking a big adaptive approach on change, right? So these younger kids coming in, you know, that you're seeing now in college coming in over the last 5-6 years, all are hitting the same way because it's their body was taught a certain way. Your mind was bled into your mind. And what's that number, Tim, that you always repeated to us in training on a certain training that you said so many times to
21 days.
Memory.
Yeah, muscle memory.
21 days, isn't it?
Repetitive times. He always gave us a number, like so many thousand times you do something.
What is it?
Yeah, muscle memory is several thousand times, 1,500
Ow.
to 2,000 times you need to do something, and that's just for something physical.
So think about those defensive backs or those running backs putting their head. They've done that so many times, day in and day out, right? So that's why, I mean, that could be another reason why it's not changing either. Is you're still getting the younger, that entail the generation who have been taught to play old school football. Now the younger generations coming up that you'll start seeing coming through in the next 2-3 seasons into the NFL is that generation now that it's caught up with, where they started taking those precautions in Pee Wee football. I can tell you, we used to get concussions in Pee Wee football in middle school, and we just go right back out there. There was no concussion protocol. A guy, one of your assistant coaches who was a plumber during the day and would coach you in the evening, would hold up a fucking light that wasn't a light at all, and he'd be like, are you good? Yeah, he's good. And we go back out there. Now they actually have people who understand what's going on. Most teams probably have somebody who's a nurse or, you know, most people understand concussion protocol. I'm just was trying to make a point, like maybe that's why I feel like the young, like you're in the next 2 years, you're going to start seeing all this younger generation coming out, because in college, you don't see too many dirty hits anymore.
No.
There's a couple here and there, but that's more like the ref kind of gives him the boot. Like there was a couple last Saturday that like was questioned, was like, yeah, he hit him kind of dirty, but he couldn't pull back either. It's like one of those like
Nice little midweek discussion. We love you guys.
No, we don't.
It's because we like to use these midweek episodes to bring you small little short clips during the week. But since Pops wanted to choose something over you guys, this is what we had to do.
He doesn't
Just so
care
you guys
about.
know.
He doesn't care about you. And don't say we love you.
You are
'Cause
fucked up.
But speaking
That's all
of
it is
views and likes, you know, Tim, don't say we love you to our fans who watch us, because they're not even hitting the thumbs up button. They're not, you know, they're not.
still love you.
Don't do that,
They're not
Tim.
hitting that
Don't do
subscribe
that.
button.
I just
You
love
know,
you
it's
guys.
You guys
so
are bad.
hard. Like, I understand how hard it is to hit a fucking subscribe button. Like,
Bad fans. Bad fans. Bad viewers.
so. But anyway, see you next time.
Love you.